Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We've got a lot of videos coming your way today. Right now, Jesse Palmer, not officially announced as the full-time host of the Bachelor in Paradise franchise, but it looks like it was slipped by the announcers at the Rose Bowl that he is the official guy. Now, as we know, Bachelor producers don't want to define the relationship. It's your standard scenario where they're like, let's kick this can down the road as far as we can go. They don't want to piss anyone off who doesn't want Jesse Palmer to be the host until they've met him. Maybe they're banking that Jesse's going to, flash his pearly whites and his square Disney villainous-like jawline, that Gaston energy that he's got, and show off how good he actually is as a host. We'll have to see. If you guys want to call in and let me know what you think of Jesse Palmer as the host once you watch, 401-213-9828. It's going to be a very fascinating evening. He premieres 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, Clayton Echard's season of The Bachelor. So let's dive right into, I'm going to share the Rose Parade, The Bachelor float with you and all that jazz. Now, first, don't forget, we have a ton of content coming today, a Patreon live stream. These are East Coast times, and then 1 hour before tonight's premiere and 1 hour after East Coast, and then a late night West Coast after episode live stream. So tons of content coming your way. Make sure you subscribe so you can get all the notifications as it were. All right, let's play this clip of the Rose Bowl parade that was Saturday in Pasadena, California. I missed this one. I have no desire to go to these stupid parades, although, hey, I was in marching band in high school, so I do appreciate a good brass section here.
Brand new float in our parade this year, the first time ever from ABC TV. It's a float-sized version of the Villa de la Vina. That's the mansion that's home to ABC's The Bachelor. This is called A New Journey Blooms.
A New Journey Blooms.
Show host, former football star Jesse Palmer is on hand, reminding us that the upcoming season marks the 20th anniversary of The Bachelor. He's joined, I believe, by Clayton Echard, The Bachelor from the upcoming season, and it starts on Monday.
How funny.
This villa is so beautiful, it's no wonder people fall in love there.
It's no wonder people fall in love there.
Of The Bachelor and the Rose Parade.
This is the first time back since the start of the pandemic that they'll be at the mansion. So we'll see some nostalgia tonight. They're going to water down the grounds. It's going to be a ton of fun.
A 3-tiered floral fountain is spraying iris and orchid petals, and that is real water coming from the fountains. We'll see The Bachelor Monday night.
Yes. This next group...
So then they move on. So we didn't get to hear any of what I'm about to share with you. I don't know if this was clipped out of this version of the parade or if it was done on a different interview. I'm really not sure, but check this out. Someone has written this down here. Congratulations to Jesse, right? He's a new host of the Bachelor franchises. We work with him on ABC and ESPN. So this was Hannah Storm, Jay Harris, and John Naber discussing Clayton and Jesse, and then Hannah dropped this bombshell. So if this wasn't supposed to be known, they would have clipped this out. It could also be that that's on a different version of the, interviews. I really couldn't find it. There's a ton of content happening out there. But let's read a few of your comments. This is fascinating stuff, guys. Let's refresh it so we can get all the top new comments here. This is fascinating stuff because, like I said, ABC Bachelor producers, they've kicked the can down the road. They haven't said, and a lot of people wanted a version of Caitlyn and Tayshia to be hosting The Bachelorette. I think what they wanted more than anything is female representation. I think that's what they were looking for. Also, there were rotating hosts in the Bachelor in Paradise franchise. A lot of people wanted Wells to be the host of the Bachelor in Paradise, and I know he was pushing for that. Lil Jon, there's a whole bunch going on there, but it appears that ABC and the Bachelor producers want one host to tie it all together. We'll have to see if that was them misspeaking or if they know information we don't. I think the fact that this was announced at the Rose Bowl parade of all places made me realize how different I am from what the producers think the target audience is. And then someone wrote, I think she misspoke. So yeah, I don't think they were supposed to announce this. I think it was just known within their communities that he's the new guy, and they just didn't, they weren't supposed to say it. I literally had to Google what the Rose Bowl parade is. All right, well, now you know. Disappointed solely because I want Lil Jon to narrate every Bachelor show in existence. I like the rotating host of Bachelor in Paradise. Yeah, I like the rotating hosts too, but it also takes, it's the rotating hosts were nice, but they weren't necessarily needed for the show. I like Jesse from his other hosting gigs, and he's a good mix of connected experience, but I'll miss having female hosts for The Bachelorette. It was really refreshing how they connected with the lead. Oh well. Not surprising at all. I knew it wouldn't happen, but I was hoping for him for Bachelor, Caitlyn and Ortacia for Bachelorette, and Wells possibly with rotating comedians for the comedic Bachelor in Paradise effect. I get they want one name and host for cohesiveness in the franchise, even though I prefer different for matching the vibes for each show. I like this idea too. Jesse hosts The Bachelor, Wells does Paradise. Isn't it funny how we all decided what the show would be? Oh yeah, we're gonna have Wells do Paradise, Caitlyn and Tayshia will do Bachelorette, and the show's like, no. And it's no offense to Caitlyn and Tayshia. I think they did a great job. I think Caitlyn and Tayshia together, though, was an added difficulty, having them, being two separate humans, having to communicate as the host. Do you give them the rose? Do you? No, I'll say this line, you say that line, versus having one solid top dog captain of the ship, right? So that's, and that's kind of, in a way, shortchanging Caitlyn and Tayshia, but we have to remember, Caitlyn and Tayshia came into the show last minute for Katie Thurston's season. Chris Harrison wasn't even fired. He was just benched for the season, and they came on days beforehand, and so the show didn't know who was going to take root, who was going to be better. And honestly, like I've said before, I like Caitlyn. I like her in the live version. I think she really, really did a great job here, but it looks like, unless this is some misinformation, it looks like Jesse's going to have that gig. Not surprising at all. I knew it wouldn't happen. They said, okay, I don't love the idea of having him host all the shows, to be honest. He doesn't seem silly enough for Bachelor in Paradise, and I liked having Caitlyn and Tayshia host Bachelorette. Well, we're just going to have to see. I understand why they want consistency, but I'm still disappointed. Caitlyn would have been a great choice as permanent Bachelorette host, and I'm going to miss the female host, female lead dynamic. I did like that lead. I did like the dynamic we had of the female host kind of being all giddy when the new people arrived. We got to, it's just a different dynamic. We'll have to see. Clayton posted this at the Rose Bowl parade. What a day and what an incredible game. Truly cannot thank everyone I met today enough for being so kind and showing support. It all still feels like a dream, but one that I couldn't possibly ever forget. And there he is. And of course, it's peacoat season, right? So we had Clayton and Jesse just donning the peacoats. There they are. Let's see what we have for the comments. Just Brit, that's it. They're two former football players who have both been the leads on the show. A lot of people don't remember that Jesse Palmer was on the show. He is now married. And some of your comments, the Bachelor men love a good open peacoat. There it is, folks. As someone with the worst allergies, I can't imagine how miserable I would be standing on those things. Yeah, can you imagine being on the float for a couple hours? It's New Year's Day, right? So you're already kind of hungover, and then they throw the float at you? No thanks. Not going to happen. All right, if you want to check out some of my other content, I've got my top 10 earning videos of 2021 up. This is literally a really behind-the-scenes look at which videos made how much money. Obviously, my top 10 videos performed very well. There's a lot of videos that don't make that much money, but I showed you exactly what went into these videos that made them perform so good, how many subscribers they earned, and you'll be surprised. My top video is not what I expected it to be. You'll be very surprised. So you can kind of see all that if you want to see how the sausage is made on the Patreon, and you can go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. There's always a link below in the description for you to check that out. But anyway, let's see how Jesse Palmer does. This might be the most exciting part of tonight's episode, is seeing Jesse Palmer, how he kind of emotionally connects with Clayton Eckhart. My guess is he's going to do a really good job. A lot of people don't realize not only does he do commentary for professional sports and for the college sports circuit, but he also has with that baking show that he does, where he relates to a lot of the female audience that watches the baking show. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. My guess, if I had to guess, is that he's going to charm your pants off. Leave a voicemail, 401-213-9828, and let me know what you think. And also, don't forget to stick around for the live streams tonight. That'll happen before and after the episodes. I have to tell you, we have we have a nice surprise for you guys at 4 p.m. West Coast, 7 p.m. East Coast time. Check out the live stream to see what that is all about. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Content coming to you guys all day long. It's premiere day, baby. Happy New Year's.